Truthfulness. That is the word of this year for me. And you might be thinking, why truthfulness? To begin with, what does truthful means and what does it mean to be truthful? To me, being truthful means that nothing matters but the truth, but the fact. It doesn't matter how hard it is, it doesn't matter how difficult it might be to come to, but truthfulness and the truth is all that matters. Example being, whatever number in your bank account is, as low as it might be, that's the truth. What you look in the mirror, no matter how bad you might look, no matter how good you might look, that's the truth. So even if it's a positive thing, that is the truth. And that's what you have to embrace and be real to. There's no what ifs and buts about it. It's all just black and white. It's just there or it's not there. There's no in between. The reason I wanted this year to start it off and have it work for this year, which is the first year that I've allowed myself to even think like that, is because I did listen to Ryan Holiday's video. I believe he posted a video last week where he talked about having a word for the year. And I thought about it and I was like, yes, that's a great concept to have. That's a great way to start off the year because I've never allowed myself to have a word. So I really thought about what that word could be. At some point I was thinking intention. Another point I was thinking creative, be creative. Another word that I was thinking about, be more mindful, be less selfish, things like that. But the bottom line is that I came to pick and think about truthfulness. Because that is how I want to move this year. I want to be able to move around and do things that if they don't work out, I'm truthful about them. If I'm having a difficulty or I'm having something I'm having a hard time with and I'm asking for help, I'm being truthful about that difficulty. If I don't like something in my relationship, with my girl or with my siblings or with my mom or my immediate family, I'm being truthful about it. And that's something that I've gotten better at through time, because sometimes at some point in time I was one of the guys or a guy that wouldn't talk if things go wrong, wouldn't even like relate the message with anyone, because I didn't think that was important. I started, if something was wrong, I would just keep it to myself because I believe that was just temporarily, that issue was going to go away by itself, or that I was at some point will do something about it and I will get rid of the issue. As I've gotten older, I believe that there are certain traits that a human being should have, and if you don't have them at the moment, you have to work on those things. Last year, I learned a lot about ego. Up to last year, I had a lot of ego. And ego that I didn't even think about until certain circumstances happened last year where it made me realize that maybe that's not the best thing to do with certain people. That's not the best way to be with certain people, you know? And it made me realize a lot of things about myself and about the importance of not allowing your ego get in the way when things are more important than that ego. But to be honest, up to that point, I didn't think that I had an ego. And those are things that some of us go through in life, where you start being shown certain traits about yourself that you're not even aware of, or maybe that you overlook about yourself, until it's time for you to see that, hey, it's time for you to make a change in that area. So this year, this message is for you to think about a word that will kind of push you forward in whatever it is that you're trying to build and do in life, because I do think that when you have a North Star, and I'm not saying a North Star just for the year, but for your life. So me saying that truthfulness is my word for this year, I believe that it's going to guide me to develop that trait where everything I do with truthfulness. I don't try to lie about the situation. I'm trying to glorify it more than it is. It is what it is. If it's a good thing, it's a good thing. If it's a bad thing, okay, it's a bad thing, and we gotta have to fix it. And you have to be able to be honest with yourself about those things, And I know sometimes it's hard when we have to endure pain, or we have to go through the process of realizing that we failed, but which is one of my main things, right? Like, I hate failure. I hate it. I hate failure. I hate losing. But I have to be okay with it. I have to be able to embrace that loss and understand that because of that loss, I will come better the next time around. So for us to get better, we have to be truthful with ourselves, and that's my word, and that's why I say, like, have a word this year that is going to drive you to a better version of yourself. And as hard as that word, as hard as that might sound, it's going to be better for you. I already see the difference these 7 days in. I'm only 7 days in, trying to remind myself that everything I'm doing is with truthfulness. So I'm not going to try to falsify. I'm not going to try to make myself be okay with myself if I'm being lazy and things like that. No, you say you're going to do this, do it. And if I don't do it, then I'm just lying. I don't really want this for myself. So those are things that I'm working on myself at the moment, because I still have some of those things happening right now. An example, I told myself I will wake up at 8:30 my first day off. And what time did I wake up? At 12. So there's no excuses. It doesn't mean that I was tired. It don't mean nothing like that. It just means you lied to yourself. Do you want to continue lying to yourself? I don't. And those things is what I'm currently struggling with, because if I'm telling myself I'm going to do something, I have to do it. I cannot stop myself from doing it, or I cannot jeopardize myself to do it, or I have to set up myself to be able to attain that goal that I've put for myself. So yeah, guys, that's today's video. I just wanted to drop this thought in here because many of us have set goals, and that's pretty fine. That's pretty okay. And I hope that you're attacking your goals with everything you have this year, and not saying that you're gonna wait until Monday, and not saying that you're gonna wait until next month, and not thinking that just because you messed up today, you don't have the opportunity to fix that tomorrow. Don't use the beginning of the month, don't use the beginning of the week as excuses for you to stop growing immediately. If you mess up today, fix it tomorrow. One of the things that I've learned, and I heard this from, I think, Chris Williamson, if I'm not mistaken, he has a podcast. He said, the point is to not do the wrong things 2 times in a row, or don't allow to fail 2 times in a row. And I agree with that. If you mess up today, fix it by tomorrow. Don't wait until the beginning of the week. Do not wait until the beginning of the month. And don't wait until after vacation. No, do it right now. Fix it in the immediate moment that you realize you failed something and you want to get better at that thing. Okay, you failed, but that does not give an excuse. It's not an excuse for you to keep failing. And because I do believe that that's the biggest issues that a lot of us have, that, oh, we failed and you think it's over. No, that's just another beginning. You have to be okay with the aspect that you just failed. But if you really want to get better at something, you're going to pick it up from where you failed and continue on the process. So yeah, guys, that's my message for you today. I hope you take action. I hope you create a word for yourself, and always have that in the back of your mind, to be kind of a guide for this year, and maybe evaluate yourself at the end of the year if you actually kept that, kept your word on that. Because for me, it's truthfulness, and every day that I'm trying to make a choice, I'm making it a choice and I'm realizing it, and trying to think about these choices that I'm making. Am I doing this because I want to do it? Am I doing it to the best way that I can do it? And if I say no, then that means that I'm not being truthful with myself. I'm faking it. I'm not doing what I need to do. And that's what I want to eliminate from my life. I want to be able to do everything I can with everything, all the energy that I can, and give it my best, and that's all I want. So yeah, guys, I hope you have an amazing week. See you in the next one. Take care. Peace.